Good morning. I'm actually just cleansing myself with Palo Santo. Quite appropriate this morning, quite appropriate for what I'm going to be talking about. How are we? Hello, hello, hello. As you're jumping on, please do hit the like or love button for me. In fact, no, we're not on Facebook. Smash the thumbs up button for me. Let me know that you can hear me okay. I'm actually just going to pop my Palo Santo down and I'm going to get totally focused now. How are we? Let me know you can hear me okay, guys, please. YouTube is a little bit different to the old Facebook way of working. So awesome. Morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Melbourne. Good morning to Wales. Good morning to Bournemouth. Love that. So I've actually channeled lots this week. For any of you that have been keeping up with me, it's been a busy week. I've got some beautiful messages for you, and it's going to be a little bit dotted around today. So I just want to, thanks, Lisa. Thank you for letting me know that. Appreciate it. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Missed you so much. I really miss not being able to do these in my Facebook group. Yes, but that's just my ego because I miss you and I want to connect in with you, but I know that I am needing to be doing other things. Claire, thank you for your beautiful message, babe, about the cards. Honestly, it's really great. Thank you. Really just, I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for coming on this journey. So to any of you that are brand new to my channel, hello, I'm Lucy Davis. I run something called Self-Love Club, which is basically showing the human vessel, reminding the human vessel how to awaken. That could be spiritual, that could be connecting to faith, it could be a multitude of things, depending on what you are looking for. But essentially, very long story short, we break things down into bite-sized chunks and we help you go on your journey. That's essentially what I do. Now, for the last few years, I have been running something called Sunday Service in my beautiful group on Facebook called Self-Love Club with Lucy Davis until I was banned a few weeks ago now. And actually, you know, it's all good. It's all good. We've moved platforms. The message is still the same. People are still looking to find me or whatever, but that's okay. They'll find me when the time is right. So just to let you know a little bit more, I do a lot of meditation. I work with a lot of one-to-one clients. I do a lot of membership stuff. So I've got a Self-Love Club membership and I work with those people twice a week in a group setting. Now, around this, I obviously do my one-to-one clients and I work with a beautiful company that is very much in and around the hemp product. So I'm a busy girl. I'm a very busy lady. However, what I do is I always find time for meditation, for channeling, for doing full moon rituals, new moon rituals, everything like that. So what I tend to do is I pull people in and then give them the tools. And some of you will listen to this and go, no, this message isn't for me today. Others of you will listen and be like, oh my God, this woman is talking to me. Or it's always coming from my perspective. I'm not saying that I am right. I am merely sharing a perspective that I have on things. I'm not saying it's correct. Okay. So with all of my videos, listen from your divine heart space, attempt to just cool the ego and calm the mind and just allow the flow. Every video I do is loaded with activations and all sorts of beautiful stuff like that. I do not know how I do it. I just do it. So that's a little bit about me for those of you who are brand new to my channel. I have healed from some pretty profound things in my life, and I will go into all of that over the course of the time on this channel. One thing that I am about to share, and I want you guys, I thought I was going to do it today, but I'm not because I've been channeled too much other information, and I'll be here for about 5 hours, and nobody needs Lucy for 5 hours. Something that has come through, and actually a couple of people have asked me, and very recently I've been channeling it quite a lot, is one serious question I get is, Lucy, how did this journey start for you? So I am going to go into that. I'm actually going to do a series called Insights. And what those insights are going to look like is what it was like when I was working on the trading floor for 15 years of my life. What it looked like being a project manager working in technology for 15 years of my life. Then what happened to create the awakening, although I was always awake, now looking back, because I don't know about you guys, and let me know if you feel the same, but Now you've got a different perspective. You look back and you're like, wow, I knew it back then. Wow, I had the insights back then, but you just didn't know what to do with it. It's almost like you didn't have the casing around it. You couldn't kind of compartmentalize it, and you didn't really know what to do with it. That was me. Very woke child. Literally, I would gather up strangers and literally take them back to my mum's house, and I'd be like, I need to look after these people, you know, can we give them dinner, can they play with my pets, I just wanted to look after people, and I would gather the masses. My mum, honestly, bless her heart, one day I will get her to speak on stage with me. Honestly, I really will. I'm working on her. But I used to rock home with she said one time, I literally took a class back with me, like 30 people, because I was like, we need to look after these people. So I was a beautiful soul. But then as what always happens, it's, you know, we go to a new level, we go to a new level, we go to a new level, we start to get it, we get distracted by life. Like, let me know, have you ever been distracted by a man? Have you ever been distracted by school? Have you ever been distracted by your ego of wanting a bigger, better promotion, a bigger, better pay rise, the next car, the next new home? Like, I was so flabbergasted with all of that stuff, and I lost myself. I lost myself to the darkness for 15 years. When I was 16, I thought I was going to be an equine vet. That's basically a vet for horses. That was my mission. I wanted to be an equine vet. And then I realized that I needed to study for about 7 to 10 years. And I was like, nah, not doing that. Laziness. That's called ego. So what I ended up doing was following in my father's footsteps. Now, he's an entrepreneur now, but back then he was an accountant by trade, and he was very much, you know, chasing the next bonus, chasing the next promotion. Like, he was a badass, and he still is, bless his heart, but totally different now. So of course, what did I do? I followed in my dad's footsteps. Well, he's successful, or he was what I thought was successful, so I'm going to follow in his footsteps. I had all the nice things, I had all of that stuff, which now obviously means sweet FA. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing some insights. I'm going to share insights on what I was doing when I was younger, how woke I was, and then how asleep I went, and then how drugs and alcohol and everything like that distracted me. And men, let's be honest about it, who's been distracted by men, ladies? Gents, who's been distracted by a lady? Let's be honest about it. It happens, right? It absolutely happens. However, what has happened over the last 7 years, as I have been literally catapulted to a whole new level. So I'm going to do a series of insights. And actually yesterday when I was out on my run, yes, exactly, Roxana, and that is the gold, right? But we think it's somebody else. No, we're hiding from ourselves. Absolute gold. So the beautiful thing that happened to me yesterday is I was very drawn to listen to an old Facebook, it was a Facebook Live I did about 3 years ago, and it was sharing a piece of the puzzle which I call the awakening journey. Now, it's not my awakening, because I've been awake, like I say, my whole life. I switched myself off for about 20 years because I wanted to have fun and I wanted to do the human thing. And actually in 2013 is when I was basically boom, wake. This scenario that I share was actually 2017, 2018. The reason I call it the awakening is because everybody will get it. When you listen to it, you will get goosebumps. Your hairs will stand up on end. There will be something that happens to your cells, and you will get the messages. And actually, the reason I listened to it is because I thought I'm going to chop it down, because it's an hour and 11 minutes, no surprise. I'm going to chop it down, and then I'm going to repost it, and I'm going to basically just make it shorter for everybody. I listened to it and I'm like, I can never replicate what I spoke back then, because I was living it. I'd literally just come out of the other side. So I would forget key details. So I'm not going to re-record it. I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to share it this week coming. Literally this week coming. Thank you, Roxana. I love you. This week coming is when that is going to happen. I've called it the awakening, but I might call it the Guatemala story when I post it on here. Now, if and when you see that come up, be prepared. Be prepared to have an hour and 11 minutes of your life. Be prepared to cry. Oh my God, I'm getting really emotional just talking about it, and I've got goosebumps all over me. Be prepared for huge light activations to take place in your body. If there is any shred of doubt going on with you, you will get it cemented. Okay, I needed to share that with you. It's coming this week. I just want to do the step before, and I'm going to film it straight after this. Literally, I'm just going to go from this. I'm going to do the film of the first bit, and then that's what we're going to be doing. It's honestly, ladies and gents, I cannot say to you what I am being channeled at the moment, what I am being shown that you need is profound. And I feel so much more in alignment with myself. I feel so in alignment with myself. And I am excited about it too. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to talk about before I step into the full moon ritual. First thing is let it go. Anything that is not serving you, let go. Now, the reason I'm feeling so light and I'm feeling so activated myself right at the moment is I have decided to not look at any of the darker stuff anymore. Now, I'm very lucky. I'm living in a fifth dimension and I can dip back into third and it doesn't affect my soul. It doesn't affect my casing. However, I'm stepping away from that. I am not going to be looking at the trauma that's being caused or the fights or the protests or any of that. I'm not watching any of that stuff anymore. The reason I'm not going to look at it and the reason I'm not going to talk about it other than right now, I will do if I have to. If I get told I have to, I will talk about it. But other than that, I'm not going to be talking about it anymore because the darkness, the light has already won. Now, this is literally a movie that is being playing out. And I've been speaking about this since the beginning of this year, 2020. There is a movie that is being played out. And I do not want to keep reliving that part of the movie. I now want to create, and what my guides are telling me is I now need to create a casing, a safe space for you guys who are ready to step out of that and go forth. Because, let me explain this to you, and I've got goosebumps all over me. What are we going to do when the world wakes up? If we are still reliving the protests, the anger, the hurt, the pain, the discussions about this going up into your veins and stuff like that, if we keep living that, who is going to support the people when they wake? Because let me be real with you. There is no way that anybody is not waking up. If you are alive on this planet right now, and this deserves a huge thumbs up, yeah? A huge thumbs up. A huge thumbs up. We have to be ready to support the people. We have to be ready to help them go from 3 dimension to 5 dimension. And we're crossing at the moment. We're crossing from 3 over 4th and into 5th. Many people that I never thought would wake up are waking up. They're going, oh my goodness, Lucy, what's going on? Oh my goodness. And it's about supporting those people. It's about loving those people and giving them the tools and giving them the platform where they feel safe. And that is why from now on, my channels, that's what it's going to be about. I know I've needed to rip some of you up, for want of better words. I've had to pull you up, like almost like a weed. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. What happens when you remove the weeds? The flowers bloom, right? So I've had to remove the weeds around you. So now you can go, shh, I'm ready to bloom and I'm ready to help everybody, because this is what it is. Everybody out there feels that they need a purpose that is massive. So, for example, my mission on this planet is to catapult the awakening. I'm here to mass awaken. That's a huge purpose. Hit the thumbs up or let me know if you think that's a huge purpose. Like literally sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, I've got the world on my shoulders and I have to support all these people. And how am I going to do it? And then I go, that's your ego speaking. No, actually, all you need to do is be yourself and you will guide these people. You will love these people. You will show these people what is possible. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be making sure that I am living in my truth and I'm speaking from my divine heart space with absolutely everything. Now, if I need to refer to a situation, which I'm going to in a minute, you'll be like, hey, hang on a minute, how hypocritical are you? I'm going to touch on something that happened last evening so that you guys get it, so that some people watching this are going to get the next level of awakening. So sometimes I'm going to do that, but predominantly it's about letting go of that stuff. It is done. It is won. I'm a poet and I just didn't know it. So that's the way that I want you guys to work with this from now on. It's done. We have won. And remember, I am the light. I am the love. I am the light. I am the love. Okay, keep coming back to that. The second thing that I just want to touch on, these are just some channeled messages that I've been getting coming through to me. The next thing is manifestation. If you are sat there watching videos that are slightly lower vibration, or you are fascinated and you're just dig on the thing that goes in there, or the G, or any of that stuff, please do remember all of your thought processes are manifesting right now. So what I would be recommending to each and every one of you, and it's something that I'm doing every single morning when I wake up, I do all of my rituals. And then what I do is I drop into a space of meditation and I do 20 to 30 minutes of manifestation. Who do I want to speak to today? Whose lives do I want to impact today? What conversations am I ready to have? What messages am I manifesting from my guides? You know, what is the intention that I'm setting behind the videos? Who do I want to attract to me? So I'm manifesting all of this stuff. Now, remember, if somebody comes to you and they challenge you, which, you know, by default of being out there in the public domain, this happens from time to time. When you receive that, make sure you ask yourself, okay, what's the lesson I needed to learn from this? Did I set the intention correctly? Did I actually manifest this? Because maybe I need to send myself up another level. And I look at everybody as a messenger, as a positive messenger. People implore me to put boundaries in place. People implore me to say, hey, hang on a minute. No, that behavior is not okay with me, and actually have that discussion. So boundaries are really important right now. And all of the messages that come to you will help you with what you need to be manifesting, or they will show you what you are manifesting. I've literally just, I had to update a video in my Self-Love Club membership last week. I was watching some of the content that's coming up for this month, and I had to redo one of the videos. And I was absolutely blown away by what I've managed to manifest this year. I even manifested me being booted off of Facebook. Literally, I manifested me being booted off of Facebook. So what I want you guys to know is that everything that you are asking for, you are getting. It may not be in the way that you choose to get it. Another thing that I manifested at the beginning of the year, I had it on my vision board. I basically had that I wanted to be in a magazine. I wanted to be in a magazine through 2020 for my public speaking and, you know, the healing and everything like that. Listen to this. I was in Glamour magazine this year as being one of the couple of people that have brought the that movement into the UK. Please don't write the word down. Please do not write the word down. I am absolutely going to get banned for that. So that, if you look at what the letter is, it probably needs to be that way for you guys. Movement. I was in a magazine, I was in Glamour magazine for apparently being one of the 2 women to bring that to the UK. So, like, I didn't realize I was so powerful. Now, listen to this. Just because I was manifesting an article in a magazine, it doesn't always work out the way that you want it to. It doesn't always come with the spin that you want. So you have to take ownership. I manifested that. I'm owning it. It might not be what you want, but you manifested it. So be super clear right now, super clear. Make sure that you are extremely, extremely clear on what it is that you want, and go to a level of detail that you might be like, okay, you're going overboard now, love. Okay, be that person that is so clear with your intentions. If you, I want love, I want to manifest love in my life. Who do you want to manifest love from? And I don't mean dark hair, dark eyes, olive skin, you know, 6-pack. I'm not talking about that. What's the kind of person that you want to attract? For me, it has to be somebody super conscious. It has to be somebody that when I say, oh, my guides just downloaded this on me, they don't think, okay, she's crazy. You know, I have to have somebody that implores me to have fun. Because I can get very serious when I'm helping people heal chronic disease. My goodness, can I get lost in that? So I need somebody around me to lighten me up and have fun. You guys need to decide what that looks like for you, but be very aware. Manifestation right now is extremely, extremely profound. Extremely profound. I am literally slipping through realms. If you haven't watched one of my videos, literally a couple of days ago, go watch that. I'm slipping between realms right now, and I'm living in multiple dimensions. It's profound what is going on the quantum out there right now. Okay, be really, really aware. You can manifest anything like this. Anything at all. Now, this is a powerful one. It is not your job to be likable. It is your job to be yourself. How freaking cool is that? Now, they channeled that through me a few days ago, and I was like, oh my goodness. And this is when I have the moment of stop going back to the old, step into the new. Do you, boo? I've been saying it for years. Do you, boo? One of my guy friends in Sydney takes the mick out of me. Oh, do you, boo? Because that's what I've been saying for so many years. Please step up and into your own light right now. You do not need to be liked. Good for the soul, Tracy, right? It's good for your cells. This is activating your cells. My guides are amazing. I've got about 110 of them, but they are amazing. And all of them are like, chip, 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 chip. But some days I get gold like that. And I just put it in this tiny little book. It is not your job to be likable. It is your job to be yourself. Please, please, please. The world doesn't need more Lucys. The world doesn't need more Tracys. The world needs you to be you. Now, if that is sharing the message about those things going in your veins, go do that, boo. Seriously, please go do that. However, for me, I don't see any of that on my timeline. I literally do not see that on my timeline. So I'm not going to be going back there. I'm going to let the people that it is their message, it is their mission to do that. I'm going to empower them and support them to do that because it's not my job. My job is the divine heart space, increasing the love vibration, mass awakening, getting people from here, living in this beautiful headspace that is called mind, and dropping them into the heart space, because when we're in the heart, the mind cannot be controlled. Okay? And I'm going to share with you a level of control that took place here last night with something. Okay? So it is your job. It's not your job to be likable. It is your job to be yourself. Please do write it in your journal, guys. Honestly, write it in your journal. Write it down. Write it on your board. Have it as your screensaver. Do what you need to do. These messages are for you guys. Like, I channel them. They're for you guys. Please know we need you and your individuality. If that's pink hair, that's pink hair. If that's, tattoos over your face, that's tattoos over your face. We need you to be you right now. Zero judgment. And that's the other thing. If any of you just cringed when I said either of those things about pink hair or tattoos on the face, please know that that is your ego. That is you and your conditioning and your control that has basically said, well, that's not acceptable. That's not how we do things in my family or in my world. Please accept and please know we are shedding judgment right now, which is why so many of us are struggling so badly. Oh, I love my hot lemon. So we need to be relinquishing all of the control that we have had. That looks like worry, fear, guilt, shame, anger, resentment, any of those things. Yeah, I love pink hair too. Honestly, I wish I could have pink hair, but I wouldn't dare bleach it to be able to go pink. And my hair would fall out. So I have to stay darker. And it naturally goes quite light in the sun, but I would love to have pink hair. Honestly, I would love it. I really need to implore you to be you. Whatever that looks like. If your child is a boy and it wants to dress as a girl, but it's still very masculine, let it do what it needs to do, just allow the flow right now, because this is about shedding our belief systems. This is about shedding all of the, the conditioning that we've had. Okay, please, 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 please. When you level up, you allow your kids to level up. And that is something that we're all here to do. Absolutely. We are all here to do this. Okay. So, right, let's move on. The next thing I want to talk about and I'm going back to a little bit of three-dimensional here, guys. So I just want to let you know, the boxing last night. Did anybody watch the boxing last night? Did anybody see the Tyson fight and everything that was going on in the world last night? Did anybody see that? Well, if you didn't see it, go YouTube it after this video. Don't go now. Stay with me. Basically, what happened last night is they basically had a massive concert before the boxing and in not halftime, during the boxing. It was just like literally there was a concert. Now, the reason I want to draw attention to this is, first and foremost, I saw it. Second of all, two of who I deem to be my mentors reached out to me and spoke to me about it, and I was like, okay, my followers, my subscribers need to hear about this. Now, one of the artists was smoking a joint on stage, on television, on live television. He was smoking a joint on stage. Now, like I say, I don't care whether you smoke it or don't smoke it. However, there is a level of programming that takes place when things are on television. Now, how would you feel if your child watched that back and saw somebody smoking a joint on television in one of the biggest fights of the year? Now, there is a whole new level of programming taking place. Why? Because the light has already won. They are panicking. This is a perfect example of them panicking. Why on earth, for a boxing fight, would you have like a massive concert with artists and you have people smoking joints on stage? Why would you do that? And this is why I said I just want to dip back into the 3-dimension for a moment, because this is where we need to come together. So we've got the awareness of this. Okay, right, we can see what this is happening. We're using our discernment. Right, this is a new level of manipulation. Now, so many people out there, interestingly enough, were like, why would you be showing this before a boxing fight? Like, I'm a huge boxing fan. I used to fight professional Muay Thai, so I love boxing. One of my best friends is a professional boxer. Like, I love boxing. I love the sport. Now, for me as a person who loves the sport and I love music, I was like, what the hell? On top of that, there are many people out there that are waking up that are going, well, why would you do this before a boxing fight? Like, why? And it is a whole new level of desperation. It's a whole new level of them clinging on to the last shred that they've got, because they've only got weeks. They've only got weeks of this. Okay, so please, again, use your discernment. They are now infiltrating sport. And actually, what I keep being shown at the moment is about clones and the sporting world. So that's another thing that may come out in the future. But it is literally, they are using sport as such a tool to screw the children up here. So be extremely aware of this, okay? And I just wanted to raise that. It's extremely low vibration. Remember, the vibration behind a lot of the music in the pop world is to actually bring your vibration down. Top that with obviously the action of what they were doing. Again, it's to bring your vibration down. This is not what we want to be doing right now, which is why I say switch this stuff off. It's great that all of you that are on here now are saying, no, you didn't see it. So just be really mindful of that. Manipulation comes in many, 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 many different forms. Okay, so I'm just going to let you know that will probably be all over social media at some point today. So just be warned, if your friends or family see that and they want to know why, just make sure. Blah, blah, blah. Right, I'm just going to find the ritual that I did. Right, who's ready? Who's got a piece of paper and a pen? I'm excited. Yes, who's got a piece of paper and a pen? We're going to do the full moon ritual now, guys. I just wanted to share those few bits and pieces. Now it's the full moon ritual. So at about 28 minutes, if somebody could just pop in here, 28 minutes full moon ritual. In fact, I could probably do it. 28 mins full moon ritual, because then that means that people will be able to see it. If they're watching it back, they'll be like, oh, I'll just go to 28 minutes. Thank you. Right, has everybody got a pen and paper? We absolutely need to have a piece of paper for this, because I'm not going to repeat it. Okay, so first things first, what we need to do is have, this is Palo Santo. I personally use Palo Santo, sweetgrass, sage. We basically need a smudging tool to basically cleanse our aura, cleanse our space, cleanse any of the tools and stuff like that that we use. So yeah, if you, first and foremost, step number 1 is cleanse your aura. That's just the space that's around you, okay? So I did it before I jumped on here. I'll do it again when I jump off of here. I am extremely vulnerable at the moment, although I've been given a whole new level of protection and a whole increased level of protection from my quantum healer. I am still making sure that I am cleansing everything and locking myself down and everything like that. Yeah, no worries, Nick. Take care, babe. Have a nice day. So first step, cleanse your aura. What that looks like, you can use salt, you can use incense, you can use sage, you can use Palo Santo, you can use any of the tools that you want to use for cleansing yourself. If you are somebody that's new to this and you're like, I don't know how to sage myself, literally, all you need to do is just, if you've got salt, you can just use salt. Because everybody should have salt in their house, whether it's Himalayan or whatever, you can use salt around. If you've got Palo Santo, literally all I do is go around my whole auric field and I set the intention. Please remove anything that no longer serves me and bring in the light, the healing light, and anything that I may need to take this journey forward. So that's step number one. Step number two is cleanse your space. So say, for example, I was going to do my ritual tonight in this room. I would walk around the room and I would cleanse the space. And again, I would say something along the lines of, please remove any of the negative energies or any of the lower vibrational energies that no longer serve me. Please help me dispel anything in this space that is going to, slow my progress down or whatever. The words will come to you. Just literally allow the flow with you. You can, just burn your oils. And literally what I would do is, diffuse oils. I never burn oils, just so you know. Like, I don't ever burn oil. It's always diffusing it. What I would do is literally just diffuse, let it come around, and then I would just waft it around the room to cleanse it. Likewise, you could just do drops around the room, babe. So the third thing is anything else that you use. So say, for example, you use tarot cards or you use affirmation cards, or like me, I've got loads of crystals. And I actually wanted to bring a couple of my crystals up. So this is my Palladian. This is my Asha. She's cute, isn't she? She's literally me. And this is selenite. So I've just got a piece of selenite with me today because I am being extremely protected at the moment. So I just wanted to make sure that I had some stuff. So what I would do is I would line up all of my crystals. I would line up whatever I need. And I would, again, sage them, salt them, oil them, whatever you want to do to them, okay? Now, I am actually going to recommend, and you're not going to like me very much for this, I'm actually going to recommend that you do this outside because there's some burning. Everybody loves it when we do a burning ritual, and today is going to be a burning ritual. So personally, I'm going to do this outdoors so that it's safe. If you want to do it indoors, please just make sure that you've got a bowl of water or something like that with you so that you can pop stuff in as it's burning and as it's smoking. Personally, I choose to do it outside. So the way it's going to look like for me is I'm going to declutter. I've been on a mad decluttering one the last week. So if any of you have that, please know this is very in alignment with what's going on with the full moon. So cleanse your space internally, cleanse your aura when you're inside. Go outside, lay all of your crystals out so that they're out under the moon energy or whatever, any of your tarot cards or whatever, and cleanse them, okay? Now, I just want to take a little bit of a step back because that's all of the cleansing done. Let me explain to you what this full moon is about. So I asked my guides, I said, look, what is this about? And they said to me, Lucy, you don't need me to guide you. And I basically said to them, well, I've been on a mad decluttering one recently. I have literally been throwing everything out. I want everything away from me. And I'm not just talking about stuff because I don't have a lot of stuff. I'm very minimalistic. However, I've been cleansing photos out of my phone. Any ex-partners or anything like that, they're gone. Anything that is no longer serving me, because this is about looking at the past, looking at the present, and looking at the future. And I needed to get rid of everything from the past. Everything from the past, and literally some photos that you're like, oh my God, but the memories, I've got rid of them. But I've done that with everything, books, cards, you get loads of cards sent to you over the years, birthdays, Christmas, whatever, that kind of stuff, all gone because they're clinging on to old energy. And that old energy is not serving us. And basically what they said to me is that there is a super strong energy coming in, like a real kick-ass energy. Now, for any of my team on here, they will validate it. I have been so kick-ass in the last week. I've literally gone from this person that was like quite stagnant and like, oh my goodness, to delivering way above and beyond anything, like my work ethic is just back firing on all cylinders. So there's a real kick-ass energy linked to this full moon, and it's very warrior-like, very powerful, but it's lined with the most beautiful divine feminine. And that's the beautiful thing about it. I spoke to my quantum healer earlier this week, and she said to me, Lucy, like, you're ready to just surrender your warrior. And it's fascinating because that is how I feel. Like, I've been doing the tough bit, working in the 3-dimension, helping people coming on and coming up, you know, and actually now it's time to let that go. That's not my battle anymore. That other people can do that now. Now I'm here to say, right, I'm going to step into my divine feminine, and I've got goosebumps all over me. I'm going to step into my divine feminine, and I'm going to empower the other people around the world, whether it's divine masculine or divine feminine, to step into that too, so that we can nurture the ones that are ready to jump, because they're going to be flying, literally, you know, like flying animals. That's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be flying over to us going, oh my God, thank goodness you're here. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for protecting me. And we're not saving anyone, by the way, but that's what they're going to think. All we're doing is we're shining the light. Woo, we're over here. Woo, we're over here. And when they do jump, even if it's your mum that's been telling you that you're a conspiracy theorist for the last 6 months, or telling you you're crazy, you nurture those people, no matter what, no matter where they've come from. So there is this really beautiful divine feminine energy coming through. Now, for my men subscribers and followers, please don't cringe at that. It's not a negative thing to have beautiful divine feminine energy coming through. It's very nurturing. It's very mothering. It's very loving. It's less of the go, 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 and it's much more of that, okay, I'm going to surrender and see what happens, which is actually what we need right now. So like I say, I've been decluttering massively. My phone, literally, I'm transferring stuff onto a hard drive, and then I'm going to blitz the lot. Like, that's how much I'm decluttering. The other thing that's been coming up for this full moon is balance. Balance has just been huge in my life. I drove up to Essex a few weeks ago. It must have been 4 weeks ago, because it was before the lockdown here in the UK. I was driving up to Donna, and Asha, not this one, but the real one, was with me in the car. And basically, she was channeling stuff through to me. And I just kept saying, you've got to help me get some balance. Like I feel as if it's all go, go, go at the moment, and there's just a level of balance that I need. And the word balance kept coming up, and it's energetically, physically, and spiritually. So we're looking to balance ourselves out at the moment. Okay. So it's not just, we need to physically balance ourselves, get rid of the clutter, get rid of the stuff that is lingering onto our cells, get rid of the stickiness that is on our energy field, and actually allow it to flow. But also, we need balance with our belief systems. We need balance with our faith. And the way that we do that is by stepping away from the stuff that we find lower vibrational. So for those of you that are not feeling yourself at the moment, maybe you're feeling a little bit like, oh my God, I feel tired, I'm not doing enough, but you're still watching all of this other lower vibrational stuff, please remember to just step away from it and start focusing on the next phase. So I'm really focusing on 2021 now. Like, what pans out in December pans out. I know what's coming. I'm comfortable with what's coming. I'm here to help anybody as and when they need it. I am the beacon. If you need to come to me, please come to me. But I'm working on 2021. I have to prepare the world, the planet, myself, you guys, for how we're going to deal with this the other side. Look at what lights you up. Start to reduce looking at the things that take you down, okay? And remember, manifest. Let go of the old and manifest the new. If you keep going back to pictures of your ex, you're going to be manifesting that to come back up and bite you on the bum. There's obviously a lesson that you want to go back and relearn, okay? So just remember that. Okay, so going back to the full moon ritual, that was basically the intention and the energy that's behind the moon. That is tomorrow, by the way. Now, you can do this ritual from today for about 10 days. Okay, so that's what I would be doing. I would try and finish it up by about the 8th of December, if possible. So the next thing I want you to do is light a candle. So I've got a candle in front of me. Anyone would think I was doing the ritual now, but I'm not. Light a candle in front of you, okay? And I just want you to focus on the flame and drop into your heart space. And breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And start to think about what you want to let go of in the past. What is it that you need to shed? What is it that you need to let go of? Who do you need to speak to? Who do you need to forgive? And I want you to sit in meditation and think about that for a few minutes. And then I want you to come out and set an alarm if you need to. Some of you will go off like I do, I journey, and then I come back. I want you to grab a piece of paper, and I want you to, on that piece of paper, write down everything. I need to let go of my ex-partner. I need to let go of this desire to upgrade my car. I need to let go of the fact that I am chasing this. I need to let go of the fact that I need that next promotion. I need to let go of the fact, you put it down onto paper. So what the questions that I'm going to give you here, if you get stuck, is what do you need to let go of? What do you need to declutter? Who do you need to forgive? What is holding you back in your life? Okay. So those 4 questions are the questions that I channeled to give you. And at the top of that piece of paper, write past and underline it. Once you've answered those questions, or once you've done whatever it is, you don't have to answer that, but that's just to help people that get a bit stuck. Okay, fold that piece of paper up and pop it down in front of the candle. Then I want you to literally sit with yourself and think, okay, how am I feeling right this second? And because you've just done a lot of decluttering on your past and you've dredged up a lot of the old stuff from the past, you may be emotional. If that's how you're feeling, write that down. If you're feeling relieved, write that down. And it might be that there's lots of things that are coming through. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm letting go of the past. I feel like I'm ready to step forwards. I feel blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now the questions that I've given you guys, how are you feeling in this present moment? What emotions are present? What thoughts are present? And then again, once you've finished writing, and this might take you 2 minutes, this might take you 2 hours. Once you've finished that, please fold the piece of paper up and just put it with the other piece of paper. Now, so you need 3 pieces of paper for this, guys. Now I'd like you to go back into a state of meditation for a few minutes. Now, like I say, some of you might do this in 3 minutes, some of you might do it in 30 minutes. Look at your future self. Grand Rising Stuart, look at your future self. What are you manifesting for you? And not, oh, I see myself as 59 kilos. Oh, but I've got such a fat ass. That's not what I'm talking about here. It's what do you want for your future? Verbatim. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes, or this isn't possible, or I don't know how I'm going to do it. The how is irrelevant. What do you want for your future self? Because right now, we are manifesting everything very quickly. I'm living proof of that, literal living proof of that. So here's some questions. What advice would you give your future self? What would your future self say to you? What do you look like? What does your life look like? What does the world look like? Pretty profound. I imagine that that's going to invoke some emotion for some of you. Again, once you've finished, fold up the piece of paper and pop it down. Now, once you've done that, close your eyes and take 10 deep breaths in and out. So in through the nose. That is 1. Okay, just be mindful, obviously, because your candle is going to be burning. And allow the words, the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions to just nourish your cells. That's what we're doing here. We're essentially, all of the words we've written and we've spoken and we've thought and the emotions that we've had, we're now going to cement them into our cells. Okay? So take 10 deep breaths in and obviously release 10 times. Pop your hand on your heart whilst you are doing that process. Then You can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed. Call in your guides. Now, for some of you, you'll be like, I don't have any guides. Trust me, you have guides. You've just not ever linked in with them. You haven't heard them for whatever reason yet. Don't ever think that it's not going to happen, because it will. Ask your guides, spirits, angels, to come in and provide healthy, energized light and love as you step into this full moon light. Recognize your higher self. Honor him or her, and let them know that you are safe, ready, and willing to communicate. Okay, so we've set it up. We've essentially allowed it to flow into ourselves. Now we call in our guides to say, look, we're ready to do this. Like, we're serious about this. We want to work with you. This is a partnership. This is not me against the world. This is me in the world. I want to contribute. I want to help everybody ascend. And guides, I need your help. Please show me what we need to be doing. And then just allow that. Some of you will get goosebumps. Some of you will feel your guides. Some of you will get like chills down the back of your neck. Some of you will go cold. And that's your guides just letting you know that they are there. And then I want you to get the piece of paper where you've got your past on. And I want you to say to the piece of paper and your guides, I am ready to remove all that no longer serves me. I am ready to release into this full moon light, this full moon energy, everything on this paper that I want to release. Then comes the fun bit. We pop it into the candle. We allow it to catch fire. We hold it. We watch the smoke. You can unfold it if you want to, or you can just leave it folded. It's completely up to you. Watch it smoke. Actually watch the smoke and watch, like, set the intention. The smoke is allowing this to dispel from your life. This is it going from your life. Okay? Watch that burn. Watch that go. Piff, puff, puff, it'll be gone. Like I say, if you're doing it indoors, make sure that you've got a bowl of water to pop it in so that obviously you don't burn yourself. And please, if you're doing this, be super careful. Please do not let children do this unless you are seriously supervising them. I would not recommend it for children. They're all right to get involved with it, but it's the burning thing. Make sure an adult does it. Likewise, just be really careful. I wouldn't encourage you to do this inside of your house. As I said at the beginning, just be really sensible with this. So once that's gone, that's blown up, hand on heart, 5 deep breaths. And as you're breathing, I allow the flow. I allow these things to be removed from my cells. I allow the flow. Okay, 5 breaths in and out. The next one, you pick it up. This is how you're presently feeling. Now, by this point, you may have changed. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to pop the piece of paper onto our heart. We're going to hold it and we're going to say, thank you so much for reminding me I am living a human existence. Thank you to my soul for activating. Thank you to my guides for showing me. Like I say, whether you can hear them or not is irrelevant. They're around you all the time. And then it's up to you. You can either keep that piece of paper somewhere or you can burn it. I'm going to burn mine. I'm going to watch the present moment go up. Okay? Literally, just allow the cleansing, allow the flow. Now, the last piece of paper is obviously about your future self. Now, I am going to keep what I write on mine, so I'm not going to burn that. It's completely over to you what you do. You might want to burn it because, you might think that the smoke is the most powerful manifestation tool. It's completely up to you, whatever your belief systems are. And if you're like, well, I don't know, see how you feel when you do it. Personally, at the moment, I'm intending to keep hold of mine because I always like to look back and go, oh, okay, right, wow, that was pretty profound. And we can always release it at new moon if we need to, if that comes up as a thing. So, and then once you're done with your burning or whatever, obviously blow out the candle and just say to your guides, say to yourself, thank you so much for allowing this. Allowing me to step up into my beautiful divine feminine energy. That's even if you're a man, by the way. And allowing this flow. Thank you for showing me this has been won and we are stepping into the next phase. And then the ritual is done. It is as simple as that. Now, I know there's a lot of information in there, but it was a pretty intense one this time round. You know, they kept saying meditate, 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 and I feel that the way that I've explained it to you guys to do is the right way to do it. But if you want to do a meditation before or after it, please, 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 please do. We know that these full moon rituals are very powerful, very, very, very powerful. We know that they can literally change everything in your life in a very, very short period of time. So as you do it, please allow the flow. If there's something that doesn't feel resonant with you, don't do it. It's as simple as that. Okay. This is just something that I've been channeled. So it's from my perspective and my higher self's perspective. Doesn't mean I'm right. So tweak it as you wish to. For me, the key thing that's come out is declutter, literally cleanse, clear everything. We're getting rid of the old sticky stuff, the old three-dimensional stuff, and we're ascending. We're going to the next level. Girls, you are so very, very welcome. Please do share this with anybody that you think needs to hear this. Can one of you who are in my self-love club with Lucy Davis group copy the link to this video whenever it's out, once I've posted it? In fact, I'll just send it to Donna. Donna will do it. Bless her. I like to keep her busy. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll get them to put it in this Facebook group so that you guys can watch it in there as well. Guys, I love you very, very much. I'm going to stay on and do another video now around like how my awakening journey started. Do keep your eyes open for the Guatemala journey. It is profound, and actually that, I've got goosebumps and I just got a flutter in my heart. That is actually what somebody has actually approached me about turning into a movie. Somebody actually approached me about it when I did it a couple of years ago, about if I hurry up and finish writing it, they're going to turn it into a movie. Honestly, it is mind-blowing. It's absolutely incredible. So guys, I love you very, very much. I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Happy Sunday all. See you later.